Good morning. What's going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Can I get a roll Tide inside the comment box? I appreciate you guys being here. Got a great show for you today on this fine Wednesday, July 23rd. My goodness, next week, Alabama football will begin fall camp as we get closer and closer to the college football season. Today, we're like a 41-yard field goal away from the start of the season, all right? It's coming down and it's coming up. And today I'm going to go over some position battles. I'm going to go over what Ty Simpson had to say to QB reps. He has some really good quotes. And then just in, Tommy Costanos, the Florida State quarterback who keeps talking, is in the air once again at ACC Media Days this morning. He tripled down on his comments that Alabama football is not the same without Nick Saban. So we'll cover that. It'll be a good show. There was a commitment yesterday, so there's plenty to talk about. Get comfy. Hey, heads up, at the bottom of the screen, I got the raffle for today, all right? So today's raffle, it's from Athlete's Thread. It's the black top with the camo bottom. It's a hoodie. It's from Athlete's Thread, so if you want to get in, it's $10. Venmo, Bama, YouTube. Cash App, Bama, YouTube. All right, still wide open, so really good opportunity. And then we'll probably do some tickets here in the next couple days. But that's our raffle today, so definitely jump in. You see this quote from Ty Simpson? You can watch it on Instagram. It's from QB Reps. Just type in QB Reps on Instagram. But he wants Alabama football fans to know this about his particular game, which I love. And he says this, look, when I get on the field, Alabama fans should know that I'm going to do everything it takes to win. That's it, man. That's what we want, man. We want you to come onto the field and do everything that you have to do to win ball games. Because at the end of the day, and Coach Saban said this as well, he said, look, it's you got to win. We don't look at the scoreboard. We don't look at the stats. We do after the game to kind of figure out kind of the direction and what we need to improve on. But win games, man. We need to win games. And the first game of the season will be on August 30th against Florida State. And I cannot wait to see Ty Simpson. And as I always and I shouldn't have to make a disclaimer anymore, but get behind Ty Simpson. And just because you get behind him does not mean you're against any of the quarterbacks that are on the roster. That means you're supporting the entire team, and you have to support what the coaches have, right? The coaches have faith in the guy that they're going to put out on the field. Their jobs are depending. Everybody's job is depending on this, all right? So get behind Ty Simpson. I absolutely love the quote. When I get on the field, Alabama fans should know that I'm going to do everything it takes to win. 100%. That's what we want, Ty Simpson. And you know what? I mean, think about it. He's been here for quite some time. This isn't entitlement. Thank you, Jarvis. You beat me to it, bro. Ty Simpson has earned this opportunity. He's earned it, 100%. So love to see it. Can't wait to see how it turns out for him. And again, Alabama football practice starts next week. So you start to see the interviews, the practice footage. We're getting closer. We're almost there, right? It was kind of a long summer, though, I have to say. But it was nice because we had a little bit of summer rain, right? And we're going to talk about that in just a second. Ty Simpson continued on the interview. He said, one thing about our team this year is I feel that we're so close. Nobody feels like they're bigger than the team. Nobody feels like it's all about them. And if somebody doesn't do their job, then it's on us. I love that mentality, right? Because I don't know. I think it's easy for teams to kind of fall into an ego type team with NIL. But hearing this from the leader of their team, right, that there's no egos. And I think from what we see the guys with the cash, the cars, right? I mean, even Hollywood. But I think, what was telling about the team was the fact that no guys dipped into the portal. These guys have continued to stay the process, and we'll find out here in a couple weeks how dialed in and how much of a team this is. And I know a lot of people asking about the hat. I'm going to go over the sponsors in just a second. If you want to be a sponsor, definitely hit me up. But this particular hat is a new hat that I absolutely love. So it's DeBoer and Grubb 2025. Make Alabama football great again, right? And it is by Down South Headwear. I will put the comments or the link inside the comment box. Down South Headwear. They just started up, so they sent me this hat. I really appreciate it. So Down South Headwear. Try to find them on Facebook. If not, I'll hook you guys up with the link. All right. As I mentioned, did you guys see this? Florida State quarterback Tommy Costa. This is like literally fresh out the kitchen. This was this morning at ACC Media Days. Who saw this? Thumbs up. It just came out. This isn't like an old quote. Like, he keeps on talking about this. This is Tommy Costanos, Florida State's quarterback, who transferred from Boston College. Now, granted, the guy is a good quarterback. He can move around, and I think that he will be an improvement from what they had last year under Gus Malzahn. Same reason I feel that our quarterback will be better this year, because of Ryan Grubb. They have a better offensive coordinator, Gus Malzahn. Everybody knows him. We don't have to go too much into Gus Malzahn, but Tommy Castellanos, earlier this summer, let me set the stage. He said this. He said in an interview that Alabama is not the same as they were without Nick Saban, right? And clearly, that quote got absolutely rolling. I'm sure you saw it. Riley inside the comment box was like, who watches ACC Media Days? That's funny. We got to put that on the screen. That's a good one. Point for you. So last week at SEC Media Days, Alabama football players, specifically on the defensive side, Tim Keenan, Deontay Lawson, were asked about that quote. And, that's bulletin board material, right? That's reverse rat poison. And Tim Keenan is the first to say this, and then Deontay Lawson backed it up, and he said this. He said, all disrespect will be dealt with accordingly, right? You don't want to piss off Tim Keenan or Deontay Lawson, all right? Deontay Lawson might look a little soft-spoken. You do not want to make him mad, all right? So, once again this morning, he's still talking. But the thing, this is what stood out today, is he said that we, like as a team, stand on what I said. If you want to check out the full interview, go to War Chant, which is part of On 3, and you could see the whole interview. Look, you can't poke the bear. You just can't, right? Patriot Life, what's up, dog? Thanks for getting in the raffle. Thanks for your support, bro. You can't poke the bear. And I think this is probably not the right time to poke Alabama football. Coming off a year that they had, we've talked about the many different reasons why we're optimistic about Alabama football. And this isn't a gas up. It's just like they have things in place to make a very strong run. Florida State needs to really rebuild their program following the season that they had last year. And while I do think they will be a better football team, I don't think that Alabama is the right team to poke, right? Alabama is hungry to play a team like Florida State, and I think they're excited to showcase how much they've improved playing on the road. I think the first game will be challenging for a quarter or two, but I think Ryan Grubb will be the real difference maker. And I think him operating with Ty Simpson, I think he's going to be able to get the football to the elite weapons, and then it'll be too tough to deal with. So if I had to, if I'm a betting man on that game, I'm definitely taking over the points. What's the spread, by the way? Is it 11.5 in the game? Chris, you're in my brain, bro. What's up? Good morning to you, by the way. But I think the second half is probably where you see, yeah, there you go, Todd. Todd, you got a point on the board too. Todd with the point. Patriot Life has 2 super chats? Patriot Life, dude. That's what's up, bro. Thanks for being here, Patriot Life. Patriot Life recently won a jersey. And this is a true story. Patriot Life, do you care if I tell you this? And the jersey, so I'm like, okay, Patriot Life, like whatever jersey, that you want, like I'll work with you when we do the raffles. And Patriot is like this. He's like, give me Ty Simpson, 100%. He just went right with the guy. He's like, I believe in him. So I expect nothing less from Patriot Life. So I don't know. Let me ask you real quick. Okay, so we got the lineup on the board. Before I move on to my next topic, Where's Jarvis at? All right. Jarvis says Alabama minus 13. The over-under is 50. So if you're like, what the hell does the over-under mean? That means the total points within the game. Okay, so let's look at it like this. Who inside the comment box, and I know people are probably riled up about Alabama, Florida State. Who thinks Alabama will beat Florida State, honestly, by more than 2 touchdowns? Give a thumbs up if you think that Alabama will beat Florida State by more than 2 touchdowns. I'm probably going to be in that crowd. I'm probably going to take Alabama by 2 touchdowns or more. But I will say this. I do think it could be tight at halftime. You know, first quarter, second. It's the first game of the season, you know. It's kind of like a boxing match where you kind of trying to fill out each other, and then the haymakers start flying in the back end. And I think the difference will be, like I said, Alabama's elite offensive weapons. I think it's going to be very challenging to stop, and all it's going to take is like a you know, we'll blow that whole stadium up. Look at all the support for more than 2 touchdowns. Wow. It's like a Damani Jackson pick 6, right? A Xavier Brown pick 6. Something with somebody hitting Tommy Costanos really hard. Tim Keenan falling on him. Something like that will change the momentum of the game. So this is what I'm going to say. Defense will grab the momentum somehow in this game, and then the offense, you get a big play by one of the receivers, and then that's kind of a wrap. So Tommy Castellanos still talking. You can see the interview at War Chant. We'll see how it goes. All right, the goal today, we got 4 super chats. I think the Patriot Life, you're in with 1 or 2, so I think we're halfway there already. So I appreciate you guys' support as always. Remember, $10 super chat will also get you into the raffle as well. And if you want to see the raffle, what it is in full size, this is what the raffle is for today. This is from Athlete's Thread. It retails at $99. It's got the black top with the camo bottom. I really like this look, to be honest. So this is what we got for the raffle today. $10 to get you in. Plenty of room available. And 4 super chats. I also want to thank Sonic out in West Memphis, Arkansas. They've been a great summer sponsor. Really the first sponsor to jump on board that I've had this entire year. So thank you so much. When you're cruising through West Memphis or Marion, Arkansas, where I-55 and I-40 hit, definitely hit them up. Tell them Kyle Henderson of Bama Football YouTube sent you. You don't have to tell them. I mean, I guess you could tell them that you're an Alabama fan. They don't even play each other this year. So I don't know how Arkansas will be anyways. Hunter Ketchum, he's inside the comment box as well. He's a travel agent. 0 booking fees, specializes in cruise vacations, independently owned vendors like Carnival Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Princess Cruise Line. Hit him up 334-797-6498. Tell me your boy Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube sent you. Yesterday, Alabama landed Tayden Kawa. We had anticipated Kawa to commit to Alabama, right? This wasn't like a huge thing, right? Like, we knew, like, it was a huge deal to get him to commit, but in terms of, like, you know, the surprise factor, it wasn't too much of a surprise. What I like about this commitment, and I'm going to showcase the quarterback room in just a minute, you got a 6'6", 235-pound quarterback, so I like his size. I think he fits in perfectly to the system, right? And this was an interesting comment because when we were looking at his highlight, I was mentioning his quick release, and then somebody said, and then somebody was like, well, is he throwing to the first read? Hey, King Riz, email me, bro, right now to nmpreps@gmail.com. And then somebody was like, well, maybe he's just throwing to, like, the you know, right off the jump. I don't know. I was watching a couple of his highlights, and I felt he was instinctual in terms of he would make plays. So, for example, like, he could see the check down. He went to his running back. He had some deep throws. He even showed a lot of athleticism in terms of, you know, running for like a 60-yard run. He's a big dude. So I really like Alabama's class overall. I mean, I don't know. Did it move up Alabama in the recruiting rankings? I didn't even see where Alabama was. Did it move them up? Or are they like 5 or something like that? And a lot of people asking about the hat. So this hat right here is a new hat out. I'll tell you where to get it one more time. It is Down South Headwear on Facebook. And if you can't find it, I'll work with my boy Michael to get a link to you guys, because I know everybody's been asking about this hat. And Kevin, I got your Venmo just came in, bro. And King Riz, please email me ASAP. How do you guys feel on a scale of 1 to 10 about Tayden Kawa committing? I said this yesterday, but now that you've had a couple days to, go over it, what do you think? Are you excited about this commitment? I am. Bless you. Thank you. I've been getting like some late season allergies. All right, Chris G says 6th on 3, 4th on 247. Yeah, okay. Kava. Yeah, there's going to be a hell of a lot of different pronunciations on his name. Jared has it, Tayden Kawa. Ooh, I like that. Really good pocket awareness. And passes are very good. Passes look better than Austin Mack. What's up, Jared? It's good to see you, dog. Haven't seen you in a minute. Neil says 5? What's up, Neil? Kyle, recognize Kyle, says 7. Sean the Explorer says 7. I probably like a 7. I'm with Kyle. Corey Lewis, what's up, man? Corey Lewis says this: DeBoer and Grubb, they have the type of quarterback that has to be 6'5", dude. 100%, dude. Hey, this is a damn good question, Neil. Kava. All right, so Kava is the pronunciation. All right, thanks, fam. Okay, Kava. Love it. I'll get it corrected. Appreciate you guys. I put out a graphic yesterday, and look, I put out a million different graphics. I put out graphics all the time. So I put this graphic out, and it shows you Alabama's quarterbacks in total. Did you guys see this on Facebook? And I put, I do a million things by myself. And I posted the graphic to my 50,000 followers on Facebook. And Keelan Russell, I had it as Sedarian Morgan, because all I do is like copy the graphics and like put them over. So I had to go back, and it was a mistake. So I said, I'm accountable for the mistakes I made, and I fixed it. So raise your hand if you're perfect inside the comment box. But here's a look at the Alabama quarterbacks. You got Ty Simpson, 6'2". 6'2", he's like short. 6'2", 208, he's a redshirt junior. Austin Mack, 6'6", 235. And I took this out of Alabama football's official roster. 6'6", 235, he's a redshirt sophomore. Keelan Russell, 6'3", 194. John Gazaniga, 6'7", 252, freshman. He's just he's a walk-on. He gets people rattled up. Anytime I mention John Gazaniga, people get fired up. And then Jet Thamala, 6'4", 205. He's listed as 6'3 and a half, but I put him as 6'4. And then Tayden Kawa, I get it? Tayden Kawa, 6'6", 240. I've seen, so I was going over like a bunch of different like heights and weights for Tayden Kawa, and I saw, like, I read one particular news station out of Hawaii that had him at that weight. So whether he's 230 pounds and he's 6'5", he's still a monster dude, right? How do you guys feel about the future of the Alabama quarterback position? You guys good with it? I mean, I've said this a bunch of different times. This particular group is much taller than what Coach Saban had. Right? Byron saying that Ty is not 6'2", just like Bryce was 6. How tall you think Ty is? Like 6'1", 6? That's what it has on Alabama football. I think Austin Mack's actually taller than 6'6". I try to make the graphic like, you know, like the heights, but future looks good for Alabama, particularly at the quarterback position. Fromm said something. Oh, is it true I'm shutting down the YouTube channel? Is that the word? Like, did the word make the streets? I told everybody that this is, you know, I'm going to try to do this one final year on the YouTube channel. You know, things hopefully will pick up this year. I've been very open about this. I'm not like a salary type guy. I've had to like come up with different ways to get by this year. That's just, you know, that's just been it. You know, I'm not with On3. I'm not with Rivals. I'm not with 247. I'm just an independent cat. So I have 2 kids. I got them full time during the school year. So yeah, I'm, you know, things have been definitely prosperous under Coach Saban. Last year wasn't the case. There's 500 different Alabama football channels. I think all those people are probably better than me. So, you know, it's you know, I appreciate the people that are here, but I think, you know, when you look at Alabama football coverage, I think, you know, the cream rises to the top. So I'm definitely giving it one more shot. And you know, I've actually applied for different jobs this summer. Things haven't worked out. So, you know, I'm here. I'm gonna, you know, rock the football season the best that I can, and then we'll see where we're at, you know, towards the end of the year. But yeah, in terms of like shutting down the channel, nah, that's not. That's, you know, I'm gonna just kind of ride out God's plan, and, you know, we'll see. So yeah. But you could tell everybody I said what's up. But you know, everybody that worked here now has their own channel, and all those people are amazing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I am nobody compared to all those guys. Those guys are way better than me. I'm just like a simple dude who puts some graphics together, who, you know, messes up constantly. It's just, you know, whatever. But no, I don't stream with anybody else. You know, I've learned lessons, and I figure I just kind of stay in my lane, and that's what I do. So, but yeah, just being transparent with you guys. Case, dog, thanks, dog. I appreciate it, man. Holy shit. See? Yeah, you guys keep us afloat. That's what's up, Case. I appreciate it, man. And I've been very open with my journey. You know, that's where I'm at. And, you know, I just continue I try to be consistent within my approach and just try to be myself. So if you're curious about it, there you go. Now you heard it from the horse's mouth. Here's a look at the quarterbacks in the class of 2026. Case, that's amazing, dog. I really appreciate you, bro. Jet Tamala in it, 6'3", 6'4", a 4-star. I know Daniel. I didn't see Daniel. Is Daniel up in here? Daniel loves Jet Tamala, and I know you guys do too. I like Tayden Kawa. I think you're good at the quarterback position regardless. And I think one thing will help out the quarterbacks right now is the fact that you have quarterback developers. So even when I go back to the next slide, and I have no idea how long these quarterbacks will be here, but I think the quarterbacks that remain within the system, I think that these guys are going to benefit from Ryan Grubb, from, you know, the coaches that are behind these guys to develop them. Because I promise you, and I'll stand on this for a long time, and people might not agree with it, but since 2020, there really hasn't been a quarterback whisper on the staff. There really hasn't. So I think a lot of the quarterbacks, and I'm not making excuses for any of the quarterbacks that were here, but I think some of the quarterbacks, well, I think all the quarterbacks were affected by not having a true developer. I really do. So I think with Grubb being back, with Kalen DeBoer, with Nick Sheridan still there, and some other guys that we don't talk about that are behind the scenes, I think those guys will definitely, you know, help elevate all these quarterbacks. So that's kind of a really big selling point that I would sell to Jet Tamala and Tayden Kawa is, look, like, while you're going to have to battle your ass off to be able to get on the field to play at Alabama within the next couple of years, one thing that we can promise you is that you will be developed as a future NFL quarterback. And if that's not a selling point, then, I mean, I don't know what is, because at the end of the day, each of these guys, I don't know about our friend John Kazanaga. Who knows? I can't tell the future. All these guys have aspirations to be in the NFL and should be in the NFL, just as all the Alabama quarterbacks that I've covered in the past are currently in the NFL, right? So I guess we'll have to see, but I think quarterback development is one of the really big selling points for Alabama. Did you guys see this? Grill, right? The Grill Master. I don't know what's going on. This might be, you might have to check the Dynasty. It's another Alabama video YouTube channel with AJ McCarron, who I think does an amazing job, by the way. He's linking up here, right? Former quarterback is linking up with Tim Keenan. And I don't know what was happening here, but they were grilling outside of Bryant-Denny Stadium. Like, see, there's like there's a barbecue grill in the back, right? They're doing a charcoal grill. So I don't know what they're cooking up. Maybe keep your heads on a swivel if they got something coming out. But I thought that was tight. Tim Keenan did say last week at Media Days that, damn, Neil. Killer, dude. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. 200 spots, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that's huge, man. Thank you. Thank you. He said last weekend at SEC Media Days that he's working on his grill game. And the only thing that he needs to perfect is his brisket. So I'm sure he could cook it up. But Ty Simpson said that he's good on the grill too, so I don't know. Let's talk about some position battles. And again, Case, Neil, Patriot Life, thank you so much for the super chats. I really appreciate you guys. You guys coming through with it 100%. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So I started thinking about it and be thinking about this while I go through my next segment right here in terms of position battles. All right. So and I'm not going to talk about the quarterbacks, but because we've already talked about the quarterback battle like 1,000,000%, right? Like 1,000,000 different times. And the quarterback battle will be something that we probably talk about, all the way up until Florida State and thereafter. So how I'm going to look at it is I'm going to talk about other position battles that were kind of interesting to me. So be thinking about it when we're looking at this. What do position battles look like to you when we're looking at Alabama football? And we got another confirmed update. Let's see what Steve has to say. I have confirmed it. His name is pronounced Ka'a. I lived in Hawaii for many years. Huh. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to really get down to this because I've heard Kava and I heard Ka'a. Okay. We'll get it right. Okay, you know what? I mean, there was nothing better than when we got Tua Tagovailoa when we got that nailed down, right? So damn, dog. Holy crap, dude. Dude, you might be you're setting records here, dog. Yo, oh my goodness. Shoot, man, making me sweat. Man, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Wow, shoot. I don't know what to say about that. Other than thank you. No, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I do feel like, that I am putting my best forward all the time that I step onto the platform, Like there's some times that because it takes a lot of energy to get up here and, for any content creator, but, I do this, because I feel that I do have a good skill set to do it. So thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. For sure. Thank you so much. Southern Reddit says the best right here. You are so awesome. Thanks for supporting the channel. 100%. Yeah. No, and I'm telling you, I will definitely bring it during the football season to the best of my abilities with whatever type of access that I have, what I don't have. I will definitely try, my hardest. You know how it operates here. We play to win, so I appreciate it. Thank you. One of the first position battles that I wanted to talk about is the running back number 3. I already know running back number 1 and 2, right? I know that it's going to be Jam Miller, and I know that it's going to be Richard Young. So when I start thinking about it, I'm like, damn, who's going to be running back number 3? So I want to ask you guys inside the comment box, okay? Who do you think will be running back number 3? And I guess that's probably who gets the most reps from these particular running backs that I posted on the screen. okay? Because I love the running back room. You know me. You know what? Can we get another hat? Our hat guy? Can we get another hat that says like something like the running back room? I don't know what we want to call it or whatever. Hey, Ebony, what's up? We appreciate you. Yeah, for sure. Caden just came up to me and he was telling me about all the school supplies that he doesn't need a lot, but you know, he needs some. And you know, it got Lacey too. Who knows what she needs? So let me ask you inside the comment box, who do you think will be running back 3 for Alabama? Go ahead and sound off inside the comment box. You can just type their name. Daniel Hill, Dre Washington, Kevin Riley, or A.K. Deere. I clearly think, you know, you have to go with Daniel Hill. I think the storyline will be, or one of the things that I'm looking at is, what does Dre Washington bring? He's a transfer in. Look at his size. 5'9", 216. He's like a bowling ball. Do you guys feel it will be Dre? Coach Kalen DeBoer, I remember him specifically saying that Kevin Riley has the most shake out of any of the guys. And I don't know if you've played NCAA football, but A.K. Deere could be your starting running back. Like they gave him a lot of good attributes. He's so fast on the game. In the second half, I just go to A.K. Deere and let him do his thing. So it looks like Dre, you know, I'm surprised that we haven't seen a little bit more for Daniel Hill, right? And Shystie's asking a good question, which I kind of asked when he got here. Like, I wasn't mad that he came, but same thing with Shystie. I was like, why did Washington come? I don't, and you know, you don't think about this. Like, for Dre's perspective, he's not going to go somewhere as a redshirt senior, like, not to play. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Southern Red, that's what's up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I am hoping for a good year for Daniel Hill, right? I don't know. I just like to see, and I think he might be more, I think he's heavier than 244, right? Didn't someone say he's like 250? One thing's true is Lamondo says it right. He's like, that's good depth, right? And look, if we were even going into the season, anybody would be happy to just have maybe even this running back room, right? Daniel, Dre, Kevin Riley, A.K. Deere. That you don't even have, I don't even have Jam Miller or Richard Young listed. And I would be shocked if Alabama has a 1,000-yard running back. I don't think they will, and that's okay. In fact, it'll be better for those running backs in the future because of less wear and tear, kind of like Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs never ran for 1,000 yards here, and look what he's doing. You better pick him up in fantasy football too. Okay, so same thing for the wide receivers. So you got Cole. So the way that I was looking at this, and this one could get really, this one's all over the place. So for receiver number 4, receivers 1, 2, and 3, that's locked in. Ryan Williams, Isaiah Horton, Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard's probably number 2. But then I was like, well, who will be the 4th wide receiver that gets the most catches or is utilized the most? So sound off inside the comment box. Which wide receiver will kind of be wide receiver number 4? And if you think it's somebody else, I'll let you know. Hey, and King Riz, I just got your email. Appreciate it, bro. I'll be in touch with you after the show. In the hat, one more time, is Down South Headwear. I know you guys are pumped up about that hat. Isn't it tight? And it fits really good, too. Some of the hats sometimes that I get, and I like the fact that it's crimson as well. If these guys go off, this hat is going to be, like, off the charts. All right, so what are you guys saying? Let's see. Someone says Taco Casa is good. You know what? I became a fan of Taco Casa. I didn't expect at first, it took me a while to like Taco Casa. I don't know why, but I like it now. Let's see. Bernard, wide receiver number 1. What's up, Jeff? Okay. Riley saying Rico. Chad saying Rico. Witz is saying Jalen. I think that's the obvious, is like these two guys. I'm still kind of upset that Lazier Brooks isn't on the video game. Yeah, Rico. I'm probably going to say Rico Scott, and then either Jalen Hell or Cole Adams. You know, for whatever reason, sometimes we overlook Cole Adams. Cole Adams is a damn good wide receiver. He plays at a very high level. He plays very fast. I think if he was able to, you know, if he didn't get hurt, who knows how many catches that he has. He's dangerous, man. Like, Cole Adams, please don't forget about Cole Adams. Like, and of course, like, I think it's easy to get behind somebody like Lazier Brooks because of what he's already done. But Cole Adams is damn good too, man. You know, Fromm's been on the train for a long time. He even's got that old school undefeated hoodie on. That's what's up. I didn't even know that Rico was on the game. I thought he was off too. Chief 18, dude, you got a new avatar. That's what's up. I like that. They did jam wrong in terms of the speed on the game. All right, so it looks like Rico or Jalen Hell. Kind of what I thought you guys would go with. Same thing with me. All right, for the sleeper defensive lineman. Now, I think we all know that the defensive lineman, so in Alabama's 4-2-5 offense, right, the swarm, you're going to have Tim Keenan, James Smith, LT Overton. Those are going to be like your guys, right, hand in the dirt. But then I started thinking, I was like, who else could have kind of be like that sleeper defensive lineman? What do you got? It kind of, does it feel like Jeremiah Beeman is like on a rocket ship? And how crazy are we going to go if Keon Keeley just goes crazy? I'm telling you, I don't know much about Kelby Collins right now. He just got here from Florida. But as much as we're excited to see Keon Keeley, this guy is so talented. Just wait. Jordan Renaud is a baller. All these, like, it seems like he got a lot of momentum. We can't wait for him. And this guy is like super, super underrated. Is anybody else behind me with Jordan Renaud? I could have listed Steve Ambua too. I think he's another guy to certainly watch. But Jordan Renaud, just wait. If Alabama shows like some of the practice footage and they show Jordan, he's a baller. It's wild. Isn't it wild to think that Keon Keeley has been here for 3 seasons? Dude, I know. You're right, dude. They made Jam slow, and they made him, the wear and tear is so high. I can never finish a game with him. Rocket Town's telling the wide receiver, saying Cole was a 4-star recruit, turned down offers from Oklahoma. Yeah, he's a baller, man. Shiesty Demon says, feels like Keeley is a senior. Man, I know. He's been here for a long time. LaMarcus. on my dynasty, they gave me a they gave me a right tackle ahead of Wilcom Formby. I think his name's like Bubba Thrash or something like that. All right, so, and I've heard good things about Beeman. I mean, now he's 6'4", 314 pounds. Shoot. I didn't list James Smith. I didn't list Tim Keenan. Who is LaMarcus Fox supposed to be? He's supposed to be somebody, right? All right, and now the last one is the Husky position. So the Husky position, you got Deshaun Jones, 6 foot, 190, a redshirt senior. Drake Patrick Jr., 5'11". Man, isn't it? We're getting up there, fam. Yo, Bubba Rogers, that's who it was. Yo, fam, we're getting up there. Drake Patrick Jr., the older he gets, the older we get. He's a sophomore already. Cam Calhoun, and then Zay Mincy. Who do you think winds up starting here at Husky. And if you're like, what's Husky? It's an extra corner that's out on the field. You know, even Dejoun Lee maybe could even play here. I don't know that for sure, but maybe I should have added him in hindsight. Yeah, see, Kalen the Boss is saying Dejoun Lee. Yeah, I guess I should have added him to the screen. I was gonna say, if I had to like guess right now, I would say Cam Calhoun, but maybe it'd be Jake Kirkpatrick Jr. Stanley, what's up, man? He's saying Deshaun. Max, I'm with you, bro. I think that Cam has a really good season. I really do. Let's see what Jeff has to say inside the comment box. Our problem last season was Sheridan took our players out when they got hot. You can't do that. You know, I will say this. I do agree with this to an extent, particularly when it does come to the running backs. And that is one of the problems that I have with running back by committee. I think you have to have a fine balance between letting your running back, like if your running back is hot, you keep him in. And that's just how it is. But I do agree with you, Jeff. I felt like with the running back, sometimes like one guy would get going and then they'd sub him out. You know, you're not always hot. Like when you're hot, you're hot. So I do agree with you to an extent, man. You got to be like, if a guy's feeling it, let him go. Let him eat. Rory likes the mustard train. Yeah, me too, man. How could you not? Shoot. Hey, this would be a good shirt for like Athlete's Thread. Hell yeah. I like that. That's good. I agree, Chad. I agree. I watched his tape. I watched him at Utah. If we know anything about Utah football, they play good defense. I think that Cam is really good. What's up, Wits? How much do you think we take a step back on special teams? Yeah. You know, I have a graphic here. I think I did it a couple days ago. I could maybe scrub to it. Let me find it. And yeah, a lot. How many problems you got? A lot. You guys don't know that, do you? How many graphics you made? A lot. Seth, what's up, man? I don't know. This is the one. I talked about pitfalls yesterday, and there's 3 that kind of scare me. And special teams is certainly one of them, right? Because you lose your kicker, punter, and your long snapper. So Wits, I'm kind of with you when I look at that. The other pitfalls, you know, we're playing on the road, which I think will be really challenging. And then, you know, games at Florida State, Georgia, Missouri, South Carolina, Auburn. That's a hard schedule. I mean, SEC is just hard, period. Yeah, but Dejoun Lee needs an absolute sponsorship from, or NIL from Mustard. Oh, Evie, you got that right. How many primes you got? A lot. Oh, a lot. Yeah, 21 Savage. There you go, Case. I didn't think you'd get that. You guys always get him. I think the kicker will be Connor Talty. That's who I think the kicker will be. And then I think Alex Oshbroff will be the punter. These are big shoes to fill. Wade's World says this, and since I have more people up in the house right now, I guess we can go back to slide number 1. Let me slide to the left, slide to the right. Here it is. This is why Tommy Costanos was talking, right? And this was and I'm sure you guys saw this already, but this was out this morning, and he said that they basically, I think this is the 3rd time that he said this. We stand on what I said. What he said was that Alabama football isn't the same without Nick Saban. I said what I said, and we stand on that. That was at ACC Media Days. So, yeah, running quarterback, Gus Malzahn. I'm sure, he's going to get his maybe a couple times, but I don't know. Alabama's defense, I think, will be ready for him. What's up, Javion? Good to see you, dog. Yeah, he's got 6 weeks. Man, we're almost there. We're almost a month out, right? Gus Malzahn. How you guys feel about Gus Malzahn being the OC there? It's good to have you here, Wits. I hadn't seen you in a minute, bro. Wits had been a long time subscriber, too. Is it 5 weeks left? Well, that's our show for today, fam. So, hey, Mike G, what's up, man? Carl, good to see you, bro. Man, we had some crazy super chats today. We had From hitting an absolute grand slam, coming with it, a longtime supporter. Thank you very much. We had Neil coming with it as well. That was crazy. I think you're a first. Is that? Yeah, I mean. And then we had our boy Case come with it as well, who has a fire avatar. And Patriot Life. Patriot Life, you know who Patriot Life is? He's like our Ichiro. He's like our Ichiro. But I hope you guys had a really good show. And thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you very much for getting inside the comment box. I appreciate you guys for joining the shows each day at 10 a.m. Next week, Alabama football will start practice, so we'll have even more to chew on. You guys are absolutely overly generous today. Thank you so much. Every single show comes from the bottom of my heart. Trying my best, to stand my ground and continue to be a content creator that's independent. And you guys, keeping me doing that. And that's all like transparency, a 1,000,000%. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you for supporting me. Appreciate you guys. It's been a battle these last, it's been good though. You gotta have some adversity and keep fighting, and I'm still standing. So I appreciate you guys so much. I'll drop, the hat link inside the comment box. And if you have any questions or whatever, I'll drop my email inside the comment box. And you guys have a good one. Keep your heads on a swivel for, because I have to finish out this dynasty. I got FCS and then I got Auburn. So you might catch me later on tonight. All right. Appreciate you guys. Love you, fam. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this Wednesday, July 23rd. Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube, fam. I'm out.